So next we have quality relevance of links to external sites and pages. So with these last three variables, we've really seen from a domain level to a page level.
And this
these
is
are
really
all the same variables on a domain level to the page level.
And this is really an interesting one. This is one of the ones that surprised me the most that the expert said was important, which is basically that, you know, if I've got my page or my website and I'm pointing out to junk, the engines are going to give me a hard time about that. But if I point to good stuff, they're going to like that. They're going to appreciate it. And I think this is a really, you know, if you sort of look at your classic PageRank algorithm, you go, oh, I should never ever link out to anyone because it'll be bad for me. And this sort of says, well, actually, if you link out to good people, good things come back to you.
Right. And I think that's absolutely true from what I've seen. I mean,
my experience certainly parallels that in virtually every sense. And I think there was a great study done by the Blogstorm guys in the UK that said basically they studied all these different newspaper and media websites and looked at the ones that link out, that don't have the no follow on all their links.
Interesting.
They get more links in than the ones who put a no follow or refuse to link out. So I thought that study was fascinating and certainly, yeah, paralleled our experience on this.
Search Engine Land was a great example. When they relaunched Search Engine Land, they linked to everybody, every SEO, and every person,
and
down to the smallest SEO blogger was happy to link back because they got a link from Search Engine Land, the big, the biggest thing to come along in some time. So, so that was great. And I think the same thing, that it's kind of a little bit off topic, but the people linking into you, the idea of co-citation on a links page, I don't think that's covered anywhere in these 18, so I want to touch on it just really briefly.
Related to this,
and it's the same kind of thing. We're talking about linking out from our page, but if somebody's linking to you from their page, if Rand's linking to me from a page that lists other good SEO folks, if there's SEO book on there and there's We Build Pages and whoever else, you got a list of other SEOs and it's good versus a list of just random links. So if you're linking to all marketing stuff, or say what's something else that you would link to, all internet tools, that wouldn't be quite as relevant.
Well, or if I were just linking to our mortgage Viagra friend, right? Or even to our kids' toys educational friend.
Right.
It just doesn't have that same relevancy. This is not a hub for this topic, this specific set. And you can, if you do a search at Google right now for recommended list, the #1 result is the recommended list of SEOs, which is on SEOmoz, right? And it does exactly that. It points to all these SEOs who then get sort of the benefit from that. And we feel at SEOmoz that it gives us this benefit back.
So the idea here in terms of execution, what you can do with this variable, with the idea of the co-citation variable, if you're doing link development, it's not a bad thing to throw in an EDU site or another authoritative site with your link. So if I'm having Rand link to me, I'm like, you know what? With my link, maybe you can link to the Department of Education, because I would decide on that education site I want to link to the Department of Education, talk about them a little bit and talk about me, and have that associated with one another in that body copy or in that on the page, on the same page.
And you can do that on a much more granular level too, right? It doesn't have to be Department of Education. You could say, oh, well, you're linking to me with SEO tools. Why don't you throw a link to Search Engine Land and Danny Sullivan?
Right.
Why don't you throw a link to Google's SEO recommendations page?
So the idea is kind of help out your community in a way.
Exactly. And you get this benefit.
We're gaming the system a little bit, and we're like, okay, we want to rank better, and that's the idea here. But we're also helping out the authoritative sites in our arena. So if I'm in online education, linking to the Department of Education.
and the whole web ecosphere.
Yeah, and at the same time benefiting our site and linking to something that's non-competitive but authoritative. The industry governing body, SEMPO or something, might be a great idea here, or whoever the industry.
Do they govern us?
I'm not sure who governs us yet. Whoever's doing it is doing a very poor job.
We're completely ungoverned.
Yeah, we are a rogue state, as it happens.